October's over. You know what that means. More men will be sprouting and sporting mustaches this month as part of the Movember campaign. We have two Mo Bros right here, Calgary entrepreneur W. Brett Wilson and Calgary fundraising chair for Movember, Darren Engels. Now, wait a minute. Are you going to be clean shaven today and then start anew, or are you...
The rules are clear. You got to start with fresh scratch.
So is that going to happen?
That's happening.
That's happening today.
Yeah, that's happening today at Bull Valley Square. Where Brett's going to get shaved around noon.
So are you.
Straight razor. That's the only way to do it.
I'm also going to get done sometime in this morning.
Okay.
Might be the first clean shave I've had in years, or decent shave.
We look forward to tracking your progress. Now, Brett, you've been very vocal about this. You're a prostate cancer survivor. Why is Movember itself so important to you?
This is a disease that 97% of men can readily survive if we catch it early. And I put a big if in there, if we catch it early. And unfortunately, a lot of men are really reluctant to either take a blood test or a digital test, and that's the problem.
Where does the reluctance come from? I mean, is it that sort of stereotypical man thing? I don't want to go to the doctor, or I don't want to get checked, or...
The reluctance comes from ignorance. You know, knowledge will never kill you. It can't. But ignorance, and especially in the case of, and I'm really moved. I was watching a video of a friend of mine who died of prostate cancer, Phil Carroll, and it's one of the most touching videos his wife does in support of Movember, and it's amazing what we
is doing one. There's a host of these events going on today, and there'll be events throughout the month, and it's charity's unique. It's about starting a conversation, bringing awareness, and then the fundraising aspect comes secondary or thirdly to that.
But the fundraising has been significant over the years in Canada. Canada does a great job, right?
We're one of the big contributors to Movember on a global basis. I mean, 15 years ago when I first started working on prostate cancer awareness, breast cancer was out fundraising prostate cancer probably 20 to 1, and there's nothing wrong with every dollar that went to breast cancer. What it meant was that men and prostate cancer and many other cancers weren't organized. At last, we're organized.
And where does the money go? So when the funds are all collected?
Various aspects. There's numerous charities. The money raised in Canada stays in Canada. There's allocation, I believe about 50% goes to prostate cancer, testicular cancer. There's an element to men's mental health. That's big this year. I believe there's a $12 million donation given this year from Movember. And then lastly, there's a new initiative this year called Move, which is to try to get people physically more active, which, as we know, is good for mental aspect of your life and also for your physical, emotional life.
Brett, can you speak more about that? I mean, I think it's hard for the stats don't lie. 1 in 5, 1 in 4 Canadians deal with mental health issues. Is it hard for men specifically to come forward and acknowledge?
If it's hard to acknowledge prostate cancer, it's 10 times harder to acknowledge any form of mental health issues. I mean, I acknowledge I went through depression near the end of 10, 12 years ago, and I'm still in denial on some of the aspects of it. It's a disease, or it's a disorder, it's a dysfunction that men just don't want to admit, men and women to a degree. So it's still in society, mental health is one of those things we just don't talk about. Movember is breaking that egg open.
So this is really interesting because we usually just think of Movember, prostate cancer, but it's really sort of branching out.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
But I think they became so successful they knew they could change the face of men's health.
Literally and figuratively, your faces will be changed and shaved a little bit later on, and then please send us pictures. We need to track your progression, and we need to convince somebody here to participate. The Rig Rumble Shave Off, best of 7 barbers today at 9 a.m. and this is happening where? This one?
Bull Valley Square.
Bull Valley Square.
Corner of 6th Avenue and 2nd Street.
Okay, then there's also the Shave the Date, Craft Beer Market in Jameson's Irish Pubs today at 4 o'clock. And then Mo Sisters, don't forget about the Mo Sisters. Kaylee's on 4th, that's Friday, November 8th at 9. And you should head to Movember.ca to get all the events and information. Really nice to see you guys. Thanks
for your
coming
support of the